Kill me, I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Lilo and Stitch, the 2002 Disney movie that I clearly, when I started watching this, came to a realization that I knew almost nothing about. Here's what I knew about this movie going into it. Elvis played a part in it, and it's about an alien and a little girl. That's it. And man, was this movie not what I expected. I expected it to be kind of, akin to the movies where they discover an animal and they become best buddies, and then that kind of, I knew that it would be a little bit different because there was an alien in it. What I did not expect was this to be so much about aliens. Plural, and about how they're coming to Earth to try to destroy Stitch, the alien that they created to be a monster, and I had no idea that there was so much drama around. Like I didn't know that Lilo's parents were dead and that she was under the care of her sister, who had the government coming to look over her shoulder to decide whether or not she was a fit person to be the guardian of this child. I mean, that was pretty intense, and there was several moments in this movie where I was like, wow, things are going really, really bad. When you're watching these movies, right, it's a Disney film, so as an adult I'm watching it thinking, clearly this movie isn't going to have a sad ending. It's going to have a happy ending. It may not be happy on all levels. It may not be, all sunshines and lollipops, but it's not going to be, the old Yeller taking the alien behind the barn and shooting it in the head. It's going to have something positive at the end for people to relish. I mean, it's a cartoon come on now. It's a Disney cartoon. It's gonna have... But the entire time when things are, building up, where things are going worse and worse and worse, I'm just like, how are they supposed to be coming back from this? And I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was entertaining. I actually really found myself thinking, what are we doing here? Where's this thing gonna go? And there's so many of these animated movies that you watch and you're like, okay, I may not know exactly how it's gonna play out, how the female lead or the male lead is gonna win the day, but I have an idea of what is eventually gonna happen and how the villain's gonna be hoisted on his own petard and all that good stuff. But this movie, I was really not sure where this thing was going, and I thought it found its way to a pretty entertaining end. It really felt organic and felt earned. It didn't feel like a Deus Ex Machina. It worked. I thought this was actually surprisingly good. I would like to add this to my collection. I was watching with my daughter, and she spent almost the entire movie cuddled up with me because it started out because there are some moments at the beginning that were a little bit intense for my 2-year-old. And, when I say 2-year-old, she's like 2 in a few months, so she's still pretty young. So there was a few moments early on where people were being a little bit mean to one another, and there was firing going on of weapons of some sort, that she wanted to be cuddled just to be a little safe. She didn't start crying or anything like that. She was just a little bit alarmed for momentarily, and then she just spent most of the movie in my arms, which made this whole thing really nice. And she loved all of the Elvis music and was bouncing around with it. It was just a good time overall. I really enjoyed this movie. It was just not at all what I expected, that's not a negative thing. That's a positive thing. I thought this was really good and one of the better Disney movies in my view, and I'm surprised it isn't talked about more. And I know that there are people who are fans of it and probably do talk about it a lot, but you don't see it in the conversation of classic Disney films very much, and you don't see much merchandise for it out there. I mean, I know that there's a few pop vinyls of it because I'm a pop vinyl guy, but you don't see a whole lot of that stuff of Lilo Stitch out there, and I'm surprised because I thought this movie was really, really well done and it's aged well. I enjoyed it across the board. So those are my thoughts on Lilo and Stitch. Let me know in the comments below what you think, if you've seen it, if you liked it, if you were surprised by what it was about as much as I was. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people will discover my videos, and this video in specific, which will hopefully make them charmed by my channel and want to subscribe and hit that notification bell so they can come back and enter into the conversation with me, which absolutely means the world to me. So if you're new here, please, please, please do that. I mean, I love seeing that subscription number go up, and I love seeing those comment numbers going up and views numbers going up. It just absolutely makes my day. Other than that, have yourself a good day.